Hello, Sun City residents. This is Rusty Bradshaw, and I'm here to give you some highlights from the Recreation Centers of Sun City Exchange meeting that took place this morning. And first, I'll go through the topics from previous exchange meetings. And to begin with, people wanted to see some usage for pickleball courts at Mountain View. They also wanted to see data on the Performing Arts Center, tennis, and lawn bowling at Mountain View. And RCSC officials say they continue to monitor the usage for all of these, and all that data is being passed on to Triarc, the contractors for the work at the center. And let's see, also people were asking for a calendar of what's going to be taking place at Mountain View, when they start construction and what's going to be done here and there. And that calendar is not quite set yet. It's a little early in the process to really get a firm grip of the entire calendar. So they're working on that. And last month, people were complaining about abuse at the mini golf course at Sundial. And RCSC officials were looking into having staff increase their circulation out to the mini golf area to watch over and try and take care of problems as they come up. And one person asked last month if they really needed a fitness center at Mountain View, since there is one at Fairway just less than a mile away. And the answer was that there was quite a bit of feedback in the input session leading up to the design phase for Mountain View that people wanted to see that facility there. Another person asked if members could change the way the PIF is funded. Instead of one set number for everybody, this person suggested that the amount be based on the value of the home. Now, the answer from RCSC was that, I'm on the wrong page here, they need a legal opinion on that. If a member proposed a motion to change that, it could infringe on the board's managerial authority over the business affairs of the corporation. But it was also stated that this was kind of a gray area, and that's why they'd need the legal opinion. If it was determined that it was infringing on the board's managerial authority over business affairs of the corporation, then that motion would be termed improper. Okay, back to where I was. Again, people are asking if we really need all the golf courses we've got and if a restriction could be changed. And the response was that the only time a course was able to rescind a deed restriction is when the entity controlling the course went bankrupt. And there's no anticipation that RCSC is going to go bankrupt, so you can forget that. Now, there is some legal opinions out there, and this has been tested in Sun City with the the Union Hills Country Club, where they have tried to make changes to that golf course and have been sued by the homeowners abutting the course who don't want it to change. Those legal opinions have been that to make any changes on the course, to change it to something else or to add something else on there like housing, they would have to get 100% approval from each of the homeowners that abut the course. And that means that only one person could veto the idea. So that is kind of impractical. Another person wanted to renew the active program for RCSC members, and that is, as I understand it, a reciprocal agreement where members could go to other fitness clubs other than the ones operated within the rec centers and be able to go there for free. And the management has contacted this Renew Active agency, and they're still waiting for a response, which they were told could take 6 to 8 weeks. And that's it for the items that were previously talked about. And then we get into the area where members could express their views. And again, a member asked about the Mountain View calendar and whether that would include a date for demolition, and the answer was yes. When a calendar is produced, it would have the date for demolition. And this member asked what the progress is to find alternative facilities for the Sun City players and other groups that use the auditorium at Mountain View, and that process is continuing to be worked on. Mike Diermeyer, RCSC's Director of Operations, said they have the information about what the needs are for the players, and they are in the process of putting that together to present to the board. Another member wanted to know when the venting issue for kilns at the Clay Club were going to be addressed. Apparently the kilns don't have any venting to the outside of the building, and the venting, when those are fired up, goes into the club, and it's kind of a health hazard. Chris Nettesheim, the RCSC board vice president, said 2 board members visited the club and saw the situation, and they will be looking into that. Board member Steve Collins said a survey of all venting issues in rec centers is going to be undertaken after the first of the year to see what needs to be done to address those venting issues in a PIF project. And another member who spearheaded the paddle boat races gave a brief overview of the event that was held on November 22nd, said it was very successful, and there was a picnic included, and it was a fun event, and he also apologized to the board for embarrassing them last month by bringing it up and wanting to know why it was stopped. And at that time the board didn't know anything about the project, so he wanted to make sure that he apologized for that. So that was it for the exchange meeting, and I wanted to remind you that if you want to see the entire meeting, you can go on the RCSC website, give them about a day to put it up, and you can watch the entire thing on their YouTube channel. And remember that the exchange meeting is the second Monday of every month. So the second Monday of January is going to be the next exchange meeting. They're always at 9 a.m. at Sundial Center, 14801 North 103rd Avenue. Thank you for watching.